Hey, how you doing?
Where can I park at?
Across the street over there. This is Station 2, grand opening.
safe and stable future for our children. So to start off today, hopefully you can hear me over the sound in the background. This is the city moving forward, people. Construction everywhere. But please welcome Mayor Dan Horn.
Well, thank you. I would try and talk loud, but it would really help if you all move up as close to the front as possible. So,
Station response.
segue and be quiet when they're yelling about it. So, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming down today to celebrate really an investment into the Middlebury neighborhood and to our public safety forces. But a lot of this can't get done without a true team effort. And the first group I'd like to recognize is Glenn Stevens and the team at G. Stevens Inc. about the job that they did and the attention that they paid to detail to put this station together. Glenn, we're all of you. Can you raise your hand? Can we thank them? This is the star of the show, really, is the building, and we really want to get out of the way and let people kind of look about how the firefighters and how public safety needs to operate in the building. It really was from the ground up as they looked at this and they said, listen, we want to have a hand in this and how it's going to look and how it's going to feel. And this was the #1 issue for Chief Tucker and the fire department about replacing Middlebury and replacing this particular station, but also holding on to its history. So from Deputy Mayor Charles Brown to Chief Tucker to the fire administration to all the firefighters in the Akron Fire Department, how about a round of applause? They really did. But the most important group, and we said this 2 years ago, when we're going to start to invest back in public safety, the most important group that we need to thank today are really the residents of the city of Akron. They overwhelmingly supported issue 4 because we promised, and we kept that promise, to say we're going to invest in public safety, police, fire, and we're going to invest back in our infrastructure. And as a result, you see the result of this, which is just a beautiful public infrastructure, public investment in the neighborhood. So how about a round of applause for the Akron residents? And in closing, there's a book out there by David Brooks, a renowned columnist, and he wrote it. It's called Two Mountains. And the first mountain in your life, in flying, you talk about happiness and kind of checking off the boxes. I have a job, I got a place to sleep, I do these things. Those are the things that make me happy. The other mountain that you have to climb at some particular point are doing the things that give you joy. This is joy. This is absolute joy to be able to invest in, literally, I think, transform a neighborhood and invest back into public infrastructure and to the men and women who daily, every single day, and if we remember from yesterday, what happened 18 years ago, they invest every single day into our safety, period. Into our safety. And that to me, if we don't give them the very minimum, which is the best equipment, the best training, the best leadership, we're falling short. This is not falling short, and this is a joyful occasion, not only for the men and women in this department, but for this city. And I thank all of you for coming out today and helping celebrate this grand opening. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor Morgan. Now I'd like to introduce Fire Chief Clarence Tucker, who without him would not have been possible, his leadership in constructing this new fire station. So please welcome Clarence.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming out. I want to thank Mayor Morgan for his continued support. Without his support, none of this would have been possible. And my boss as well, Deputy Mayor Charles Brown. They have really been supportive of the fire service and have tried to help us meet our every need. And for the citizens of Akron, thank you, thank you, thank you. Issue 4 really highlighted what we needed to be able to serve you better. It helps us provide the services to you, and it helps us to provide safety and security for our firefighters that are here at this Middlebury station. There has been a fire station here at this exact site since the 1880s. And it has always served this community. Just like the fountain out front, it's been just something that has been here through time and has helped us, or represented us with this community. In this fire station, we had no heat that was here. We had a floor that was crumbling, that was held up by supports. Every week when we went downstairs, you'd see fresh pieces of concrete on the floor that had fallen, and it was only a matter of time before the entire floor that supported the fire trucks would have collapsed. And with your help, with your support, with your love that you show for the citizens of Middlebury and Littlebury, you have your station. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. We encourage you to continue to enjoy the station and the refreshments we have here. At this time, we're going to do a ribbon cutting. So anyone who wants to watch that, you can come out onto the conference here on the apron. Thank you. And Mayor Horgan and Chief Tucker will lead the ribbon cutting in just a minute or two. So thank you so much again for coming and for your support.
Because everybody puts their phone out and the photographer takes that picture and all their phones are in the picture, you know? Once again, folks, we are live at Station 2 over here in East Akron. We're at the junction of Market Exchange, if you've never been here. Your tax dollars are working. I gave you a tour of the facility earlier, and now we're ready for work.
Okay, so we're going to pose for a couple pictures, so if you guys can all pick it up and do some poses. Everybody get their shot. All right, we're going to cut on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Station 4.
We're going to get started in about 2 minutes. If everyone could just start moving forward. We're going to start the press conference in about 2 minutes. Good morning, everyone. All right, if you can hear me, say good morning. All right, we're going to get started. If I could just have everyone come forward. We have plenty of seating up here in the front for anyone who's interested. If I could have my speakers come forward at this time, we'll get started. 4. I think that deserves a round of applause. To celebrate what is a momentous, historic, wonderful day in the city of Akron, we're going to have 4 speakers for you this morning. Our first speaker is going to be Mayor Dan Horrigan. As most of you know, he's the 62nd mayor of the city of Akron, and he has prioritized health, education, and income of Akron residents during his time. One of the most important accomplishments of Mayor Horrigan's administration in his first term has been the passage of Issue 4, which was an income tax devoted to police, fire, and roads, and that's what's made this station possible today. So to start us off, we're going to hear some remarks from Mayor Dan Horrigan.
Thank you and good morning, and I apologize to any of you that have to hear this speech again, that you just heard it at Station 2, but really, when you're looking at it, we're opening 2 new fire stations today, or at least ribbon cutting 2 new fire stations in the city of Akron. What are we doing tomorrow? Because this is one of those very big days when it comes to structurally changing cities and investing in neighborhoods. But first of all, I want to thank everybody for being able to come down here today. This is a public building that is critically important, not only to the city, but also this particular neighborhood when we're able to invest back in. I want to thank the 7th grade from St. Mary's for coming over. How about a round of applause for these young kids? There are many thanks to go around. I want to start with, we had an excellent team in putting together this project, not only on my staff, but also on the design and the building staff that was able to do this, and John Blickel and Paul Tamarios. If they're here, can you raise your hand? I'm going to thank them. They did an excellent job. Thank you. Set the bar very high in 11 months, and so, when you're able to do that quickly and change the structure and get it over here in 11 months, it's a great project to be able to get done. Second of all, there was a lot of support out in the community, but also members of Akron City Council who were very supportive of being able to put money back into public safety, especially police and fire. And I know Jeff and Veronica are here. Is there anybody else from Akron City Council? If you can stand up, I'd like to thank you also. Thank you. Chief Tucker often recalls a conversation that he had with himself, that he was talking about, hey, I've got to go over and talk to the mayor about doing a couple new fire stations, and he was dreading having the conversation, knowing that we weren't necessarily in the greatest position to be able to do it. We would have had to try to find a way, and somehow along came an idea about doing an income tax increase, and the group that really made the most difference in all of this, and in the investment into the city, and the investment in public safety, into infrastructure, are the residents of the city of Akron, who overwhelmingly voted for Issue 4 in supporting this endeavor. Thank you very much. Deputy Mayor Brown, Chief Tucker, the leadership team at the fire department, and in all public safety. They really have been very supportive, and really these buildings like this, they're ground up. I told them that, hey, what's going to make it form and function? What's going to make it work for you guys? This is where you have to stay on a daily basis. This is where you have to live, every 3rd day or every 2nd day. You need to have a hand in design of what it looks like. So thank you to the fire administration, Chief Tucker, Deputy Mayor Brown. Excellent work. Way to work together as a team, and I think that's how you get a lot of things done at the city. In closing, people talk about, and there's a columnist out there named David Brooks who talked about the 2 mountains in life that you have to climb. The first mountain being the one of happiness for yourself. There's a checkbox, and whether it's you go to school, you get something to eat, or you perform something at work, those are the things that make you happy. The second mountain that you have to climb, those are the things that actually bring you joy in your life. And to me, and to a lot of people in this room, this is joy. We are fundamentally able to alter a neighborhood and our public safety forces to be able to invest back into the city, to the men and women who literally, if you remember what the anniversary was yesterday, 18 years ago, and I know everybody remembers where they were, but to say that and to invest in their training and their infrastructure and everything that they need on a daily basis, that's the minimum requirement for the service that they give to us. So to all the firefighters in the room, all public safety, please tip your hat to them, give them a round of applause, and thank you very much for the service that you provide to us. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor Horrigan. The next speaker we'll have is Chief Tucker. Chief Tucker is Fire Chief for the City of Akron Fire Department. He was instrumental in working with Mayor Horgan and the administration in the passage of Issue 4 to increase safety for fire personnel and to increase services to our department. An interesting fact, Chief Tucker was hired with the city on this day, 31 years ago. Years ago when he was taking the oath, it would have been hard to imagine that he would be here today in front of all of you on this special occasion, breaking ground on a new fire station, or ribbon cutting of a new fire station. So without further ado, Clarence Tucker.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out to share this occasion with us. I want to start by thanking Mayor Dan Horgan for his support. Truly, I was sitting in my office a year and a half ago trying to figure out how do we get these things done. There is no money to get it done. And actually, Mayor Horgan called me to say, you know what, I've got an idea. I know what your problems are, I see what your needs are, and I've got an idea. And this is the result of that phone call. So, truly, thank you. Also, Deputy Mayor Charles Brown has been just wonderful to work with. He's been supportive. He's helped us meet our every need, and you couldn't ask for a better boss. Station 4 has been a truly central piece of the fire department in Akron here for quite some time. For many years, as long as it's been in existence, it has been our busiest fire station. They've had the most calls. We've had the most people stationed here. We started what we call our special operations teams here. So other than just firefighting, out of this station that was across the street, we had our hazmat response team, our TROT team with high angle, low angle, confined space rescue, and our dive team. So dive rescue, that those teams don't just serve the city of Akron, they also serve Summit County, and they have been called up nationally for different disasters throughout this nation. This station is designed to help our firefighters stay safe. Between 64 and 68% of all firefighters across this country develop some type of cancer in their lifetime, and that is a real tragedy. This station is state-of-the-art, designed to reduce those cancer-causing agents that we have absorbed through our skin or breathed in, and will help keep firefighters safe for many, many years to come. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been a long time also since our fire administration has been in a firehouse. It's been about 25 years. And anytime you have a disconnect like that, it really strains the relationship between our line and our staff people. So it is with great pleasure that I can say that we are now back having the administration in a fire station with the firefighters just right down the hall or just right down the stairs. It's truly. For our citizens, I can never thank you enough. Without your support through Issue 4, this would have never happened. Again, thank you. It allows us to continue with our motto, dedicated to service. We are here to serve you. We are here to take take care of your needs when you have your worst day, when you have your absolute most horrible day. Be it a fire or an emergency medical call, we are here to come and help you. So with that, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And with that, I'd like to now turn this over to the man that I personally made and put in charge of the project for Stations 2 and 4, Deputy Chief Richard Vogel.
Good afternoon, all. I appreciate everybody coming out today. I want to say a personal thank you to Mayor Dan Horgan, his staff, our council, Chief Tucker, Deputy Mayor Brown, for your support. Without your visionary leadership, this wouldn't have happened. And we appreciate that, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. I also want to thank the citizens of Akron for supporting Issue 4. Had you not supported the issue, we would not be standing here in this beautiful fire station that we're here to serve you in. So thank you. I've been asked to talk a little bit about the day-to-day planning process, and during the planning process, we had to meet a number of different times. I look at it as two different phases, a design phase and a construction phase. The design phase started with engineering, Mike Teodecki, Wayne Backus coming over and starting to bring us together. And myself, Chief Twig, Chief Tucker got together for the first time and started talking about how will this work out. And we worked with MPG Architects, Mann Parsons Gray. We worked with KZF, the designers for the fire station, to help us to develop some of the things that you see here. We also worked with a number of folks from the fire station itself, line officers, specific from Station 4, because we wanted their perspective. When we designed the station, we didn't want to just come out and say, hey, here's a new fire station. We wanted them to tell us, what do you want? What do you want in the fire station? How can this best serve you? And we were able to we worked very well together, collaboratively, and developed the station. One of the concerns that we had during the design, in considering the fire station, health and safety was a big part of it. Chief Tucker talked about the cancer in the fire service. And when you think about the cancer in the fire service, and we're working with Mark Shoemaker and KZF, we decided to take a look at the fire station kind of as a hazmat scenario, where you have the hot zone, that's where we're standing now, the warm zone, the showers that intercede between the station and the apparatus floor, and the cold zone, the inside of the building. And the idea is that you never take the contaminants from a house fire into the station itself. And having this set up, and I want to thank you, Mark, for your design on this, and David Mann and Bobby Johnson for your help in designing the station. The other thing that we looked at is cardiovascular health. Firefighters across the state or across the country die every year because of heart issues. In 2017, 52 firefighters lost their lives in the line of duty due to cardiovascular issues, stroke, heart attack, overexertion, and stress. We wanted to make sure that doesn't happen here, so we designed a fitness room to make sure that the firefighters would have the ability to work out every day, to make sure that they're taken care of, and to keep them healthy and strong. So because of the design of this building, not only the design of the apparatus floor and having the showers between this and the station, Akron Fire is on the cutting edge of what's the best practices across the country and across the world in taking care of our firefighters and keeping them safe and healthy. So, and to wrap up, I just want to take a quote from Mayor Horrigan. We care. It's on the t-shirts that we serve, we volunteer with, and we're here to serve you. So thank you.
I think Chief Tucker made mention of how much work he personally put into this project. Another interesting fact, his hair was completely black before construction. So with that, I'll introduce our final speaker as Margot Somerville, who's Ward 3 Council Representative and also President of Akron City Council.
Good afternoon. Today is an exciting day not only for the city of Akron, but also for the residents right here in this community of Ward 3. Fire stations are one of the most visible examples of investment in the overall safety and well-being of our communities. For residents in this community, this station means increased access to care through safety presentations, in-station emergency care, and access to free smoke alarms, and to blood pressure checks, all in walking distance in their community. This station itself will serve as a space for public community groups to use, and it will also serve as a learning opportunity as I look out at our students who are here with us today. Students will be able to use this facility not only to take tours, but we will also be able to do further learning opportunities with APS through the Careers Academy program. Last but not least, this station will serve the community through the REACH program. Akron Fire developed the REACH program to connect patients with alternative solutions through community paramedicine. Patients will enroll in this program. They will be visited by Akron Fire Department paramedics at their home for an assessment. The program is designed to assist seniors and those who are in the underserved populations through home consultations and preventative care. Again, this would not have been possible if it were not for the voters that supported to increase safety and service dollars back in 2017, and we want to thank you for that. This station is a direct result of this vote. We were listening to what most things matter to people in the community, and safety and infrastructure was one of those things that was extremely important. And because of that, the city has made an ongoing commitment to invest new income tax dollars to police, fire, and roads every single year. The exciting thing is that this station is just the beginning. The next station in line for plans is Station 12 in Wall Haven. So again, thank you so much for coming out to celebrate this new station, for our well-deserved firefighters, and for this community. Thank you.
Thank you, President Somerville. Before we end, I just wanted to give one last opportunity. If you played any role in Issue 4, in the design or construction of the station, or if you are a former or current firefighter or family member, please raise your hand and be recognized. Thank you so much for your